Hello everybody, I'm back with a new video. Today, I'm going to paint beautiful peonies. Let's go through the supplies I'll be using. First, I need some paint. I'll be using these 5 colors: olive green, sap green, ultramarine deep, rose madder, and violet. These are all from the Holbein watercolor set. For the brushes, I'll be mostly using Da Vinci brush number 8 and Barber's number 4 for the details. The paper I'll be using is Canson's Moulin du Roi 300 gram cold pressed, which is made of 100% cotton. I also need 2 water jars. One will be for cleaning the brushes and the other for mixing the paint. The last thing I need is a towel. Now we are ready. Let's get started. The peonies I'll be painting are pale pink. When painting light-colored flowers like a white rose and a pink peony, it is easier to paint the flower with the leaves rather than painting the flower alone. First, let's mix olive green with ultramarine deep to make a low chroma green. I will paint that lightly for the background. By mixing in more ultramarine deep here, the colors will be varied and make the painting more interesting. The parts of the flower that are facing the light should be well defined. The opposite side of the flower should be blended in with the background color. Do you see the flower now? For light-colored flowers like peonies, I like to paint the background first to bring out the overall shape of the flower. Now, let's paint the shadow of the peonies, which is where the flower meets the leaves. Here, the paint should be thick so that the color doesn't get muddy. Use the tip of the brush to paint the darkest parts and rinse the brush to paint clean coats of rose madder. Since I want the flower to naturally blend in with the background, I will carefully control my brush strokes. Now, I am adding colors to the flowers. I start painting from the shaded parts of the peonies. When painting with watercolor, I keep close attention to where it faces the light. By painting that part clearly, the colors don't get muddy. So, I will keep those parts unpainted at the moment. I'll paint the shadows between the petals and use a small brush since the parts are narrow. Find the darkest spots near the center of the flower and gradually paint from there on. The overlapping petals towards the center of the peony should appear more dense than the outer petals. After I set the flower colors, I will go ahead and paint the leaves. As the leaves make the flowers stand out, I won't add too much detail. I will just focus on the colors of the leaves. I will mostly be using low saturated bluish green and brownish green. The leaves further away will be painted with more water to add depth to the painting. I will paint the lighter parts of the flowers with rose madder mixed with a lot of water. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be very careful here. It's not easy to repaint the lighter parts once they get darker. The flowers look a bit dull after I painted the lighter parts. I colored thick coats of rose madder over the shaded parts in the center of the flower. The flowers will look more lively if I use vivid colors over the shaded parts. When the flowers start to shape up, I will go back to paint the background once again. Adding rose madder and olive green to the background will bring harmony to the painting. I bring out the narrow dark area where the two peonies meet. By simply painting this tiny dark area, doesn't the background appear more connected? I'll take an overall look at the painting and add leaves to the empty spaces. The painting is now finished. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. See you in my next video. Bye!